Raub MP, Chow and Save Musang King Alliance chairperson Wilson Chang have been arrested. An aide to Chow said the arrests were made under Section 186 of the Penal Code for allegedly obstructing public servants from performing their duties. The duo were arrested at 4 p.m. today as they went to the Raub District Police Headquarters to have their statement recorded. The aide said any developments will be updated through Facebook and the media. Meanwhile, when contacted by Malaysia Kini, Pahang Police Chief Yahya Osman confirmed the arrest. Yesterday, Raub District Police Chief Shahril Abd Rahman said Chow and 4 others will be summoned to assist in investigations into the case of obstructing public servants from discharging their duties during a recent enforcement operation at the durian farm in Raub. Shahril said Chow, who is also the Save Musang King Alliance advisor, would be called in to assist with investigations under Section 186 of the Penal Code based on 3 police reports related to the operation. Pahang Perikatan Nasional has urged DAP to quit the state government if the party intends to continue confronting enforcement actions against encroachment on state land. This was after Raub MP Chow came to the defense of durian farmers in his constituency who are in a land battle with the state government. Basrah Assemblyperson and Pahang Pas Deputy Commissioner Andan Surarabu said the matter was puzzling, and if Chow feels like opposing the government, then they should leave. He added that they welcome DAP's exit from the Pahang government. He said as an MP, Chow should understand that obstructing public officers from carrying out their duty is a serious offence and cannot be overlooked or ignored. The PAS leader also called for stern action to be taken against Chow, as several police reports have been lodged following the incident where he, along with the farmers, was accused of trespassing and attempting to stop enforcement officers from cutting down durian trees in Raub. Meanwhile, Pahang PN chairperson Saifuddin Abdullah said this attitude shows that the DAP representative and leadership are taking a misguided stance and misleading the public. Saifuddin questioned what exactly is DAP trying to do in Pahang and whether they are fighting for the people's right or defending those who disobey the law. Last Friday, the Save Musang King Alliance, led by Chow as an advisor, managed to collect around 400 signatures in support of a petition urging the Pahang State Enforcement Unit to halt its durian tree cutting operations. The petition came a day after tensions flared between durian farmers and UPNP officers during an operation to cut down Musang King trees in the disputed area. Terengganu Menteri Besar Ahmad Samsuri Mokhtar has explained his claim that authorities had marked him as an individual under the Travel Control Office or order status in the border control system. This came after authorities denied that he is on the list of at-risk individuals. According to Harian Metro, Samsuri confirmed that he was the man in a photo sitting in a chair at the airport, partially surrounded by a barrier, holding his phone with his luggage at his side. Samsuri told the Daily yesterday that the photo was likely taken by a member of the public at Kota Kinabalu International Airport, Sabah, on April 7th. He said his writing, which contained 18 paragraphs or points, on April 10th, was written after the pull-aside on hold case to obtain release from the Special Branch Police occurred when he went to Sabah on April 6th and returned on April 7th. Samsuri said he was pulled aside and temporarily detained on both occasions. On April 10th, Samsuri had claimed that he was held because he was on the TCO list intended for individuals deemed risky or dangerous. He also claimed that this has resulted in him being placed under constant surveillance with his phone tapped. In response, Inspector General of Police Razaruddin Hussein explained that TCO actually refers to travel control officers, special branch police officers who are on duty at the country's entry and exit points. Razaruddin also denied that Samsuri was on any list of dangerous individuals and denied that his phone was tapped. Former UMNO leader Nazri Abdul Aziz has raised issues with outgoing Chief Justice Tengku Maimun Tuan Mat's remarks on the perception of political influence in the judiciary. He was referring to Tengku Maimun's speech during a law conference in Malta last week, where she reportedly urged the removal of the Prime Minister's role in judicial appointments. Nazri was quoted by Free Malaysia Today as questioning the timing of Tengku Maimun's remarks. He said Tengku Maimun was appointed under the same system and she accepted it without issue. He asked why she is now saying it's not okay, just as she's about to retire. Nazri, who is a former law minister, also challenged the Chief Justice to show proof of any alleged political influence. For the record, Malaysia is using a system where judges are appointed by the Yang di-Pertuan Agong under the advice of the Prime Minister. In her speech at the 24th Commonwealth Law Conference in Malta on April 8, Tengku Maimun had reportedly called for the removal of the Prime Minister's role in appointing judges. She said this would reinforce the impartiality of the selection process and remain free from any perception of political influence. Former Law Minister Zaid Ibrahim has come to the defense of Chief Justice Tengku Maimun Tuan Mat. This was after Nazri Abdul Aziz criticized her for her remarks on political influence and judicial appointments. In a post on X, Zaid described Nazri as Mandani's hero, saying that he appeared angered by Tengku Maimun's suggestion that the current process for appointing judges could be open to political interference. In backing the Chief Justice, Zaid said that, of course, Tengku Maimun was 100% correct. He added that to say that she was also appointed under the same process which should preclude her from commenting on the matter is childish. Zaid said if Nazri carefully read the provisions of the Judicial Appointments Commission, or JAC, he would understand the validity of Tengku Maimun's concern. He pointed out that under it, the Prime Minister can endlessly reject the names proposed by the JAC. He said this opens the door wide for the PM to appoint his choice, and if that's what the government wants, then do away with the JAC. He added that the government should stop pretending it wants an independent judiciary while reacting defensively to Tengku Maimun's suggestion. The Kuala Lumpur High Court has ordered the Malaysian bar to pay 340,000 ringgit in damages to senior lawyer Shafi Abdullah. This is over his suit against the bar and two others over his conduct as the Deputy Public Prosecutor in a sodomy case. According to Bernama, Judge Ahmad Shahril Saleh made a ruling after the Federal Court in 2021 held that the bar had acted unlawfully by allowing and publishing a motion condemning Shafi before referring the matter to the disciplinary board. The court assessed the damages as 200,000 ringgit for reputational loss and injury of feelings, 100,000 ringgit for loss of professional opportunities, 20,000 ringgit for mental stress and health-related consequences, and 20,000 ringgit in aggravated damages. Shahril added that the total sum of 340,000 ringgit represents fair, reasonable, and proportionate compensation for the breach committed. When met after the proceeding, Shafi said he would donate the money to charity, either for children or ill lawyers who struggle with their medical bills. In March 2015, Shafi, as the plaintiff, sued the bar, former Attorney General Tommy Thomas, and former Court of Appeal Judge V.C. George, where both Thomas and George were practicing lawyers at that time, as defendants. Deputy Prime Minister Ahmad Zahid Hamidi said discussions on amending the one-third parliamentary seat quota for Sabah and Sarawak must involve all component parties within the government. Zahid, who is also the BN chairperson, added that the matter should also be thoroughly reviewed by the Election Commission. According to Bernama, he told reporters yesterday that the government has yet to examine the proposal in detail. Zahid also expressed confidence that when the time is right, leaders from across the political spectrum, including the opposition, will come together to deliberate on the issue. Yesterday, Deputy Prime Minister Fadilah Yusof stated that the proposal to amend the one-third or 35% parliamentary seat quota for Sabah and Sarawak requires direct discussions, particularly with members of parliament from Peninsular Malaysia. The last parliamentary redelineation exercise was carried out in 2006. Sabah and Sarawak hold 25 and 31 seats respectively, accounting for 56 out of 222 Dewan Rakyat seats, or approximately 25%.